Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm still playing Charlemagne. Now we come to the last but one turn. The year is 806 to 810. And it's not looking good for Charlemagne at all. I did a victory point counting, and I think I was at about 30, maybe a little more, something like 31 or something. So it's pretty much here in the middle of this tribal regional victory. It's probably going to be very hard for the tribal player to bring him down to a tribal total victory, but I also don't see an empire victory even in range. I mean, he basically has to double his points to make it to an empire marginal victory, right? So that looks impossible. His main problem is right away that the tribal player controls a lot of nations right now. That might change with some rebellion checks, but still it's simply too late to really turn the tide here. So let's see what the event is now for the tribal player's turn here. Okay, that is a 63, which means we might see revolts in the east, and that is actually even worse for the empire, because these are some regions which are still neutral. So let's see. Okay, Denmark is on the tribal side, so we'll see what happens here. That's a 6, so no effect. The Wends, also no effect. The Sorbs, nope. Holy moly. Always a 6. Bohemia, nope. The Avars, yeah, okay, and they are actually pretty strong. So the Avars, they go to the tribal side. They're sitting here. And Ostmark, they are tribal controlled. No effect here. And the Serbs, and they also go to the tribal side. So that even worsens now the situation. We have now the southern eastern area of the map is now completely tribal. The Avars, I think they have quite some impressive cavalry force, so that might add to the problems of the empire player here. I think I'm gonna I'm considering trying a missionary attempt against maybe Lombardy, but I got 2 chits here. Yeah, why not? I mean, I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna throw in these 2 chits, but sadly this guy also has 2, so he's gonna throw them in too. Well, maybe actually only 1, and I'm gonna roll for the other one. And yeah, he's also gonna throw in the other one. So that means now we are on the 0 table, so it's gonna be very unlikely. I think he needs a 6 or something to make it. And he doesn't have that, so Lombardy remains Christian. And vassalage, yeah, well, no vassalage attempts here. I mean, yeah, no, why? It's not necessary to do it. Okay, treasury phase, levy phase. I'm gonna do all that off camera. Okay, we see here a fantastic situation. The tribal player had an income of 33. So that means he was at 46 bucks. He was investing 20 bucks into buying stratagem markers. So he could buy 10 of these markers, and he ended up getting this honest coinage, which he played because the rules say you can play during the treasury phase, not at the end, not at the beginning. It says during the treasury phase. So he threw in that one and got back 25 additional bucks for the control of all the castles, which he then invested again, which brought him again the honest coinage. So I'm not sure, but we might be able to buy the whole cup in the end. But I don't know that, but it looks not very good. I mean, we'll see. First of all, now I think I can easily buy at the moment something like 20 of these, but we'll see. Okay, I decided to house rule this. This makes no sense. I say you can only play that one once per turn. You cannot play that more often, because otherwise, technically, if there would be just very few in the box, right? You basically can draw this thing again and again and grab an endless amount of money that way, and this is just completely stupid. So, but still, it's extremely ridiculous. I can get, I think now 8 more, and maybe I could. I mean, I got 47. I couldn't afford 23 or something if I would invest it all, which might actually be the whole cup, I think. Probably more than the whole cup. But I'm not going to do that. I want to keep something for provisioning and stuff. But that is pretty ridiculous here. I actually missed that there was a civilization marker here in Venice. I replaced it now with a disc. And that was already controlled in the last turn by the tribal player, because it counts as Byzantium. So that means the tribal player should have 2 more of these markers, and I had to stack them now. So a ton of these vassalage markers that will allow us to do a few vassalage attempts in the next turn. Also some missionary options here. So the tribal player definitely has some interesting options here. Now, what do we want to do? We have here now. Oh yeah, we've drawn. We got a general from the cup, a leader, with now the Slavonics here. So that gives them additional options. And we got these guys here. And here, I think these are the Danes. So we'll see. I mean, there is this massive army, of course, sitting here. And we're not going to fight these guys. That would be pretty much suicide. But let's see what else we can do. I mean, I think we can definitely try to take out Paris. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that should be no problem. Let's roll a die here. Okay, that's 4. And I think these guys have a 12 then, so we're at 16. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Remember, we cannot enter zone of control here. 4, 5, plus 3 is 8. So that brings us down to 8. Okay. Well, you know what? I think I actually want to pillage Verdun first. So spend 2 more points. Ah, shit, that's just a 1. That is no success. On the contrary, that's a marker for the other guy. So I want to spend 2 more points. Try it again. Oh, okay, that's a success. This time without a marker. Okay, and then we're gonna attack Paris. And if I'm not mistaken, they have 12 overall, and I have definitely more. I have 12, 25, so 50. So that's on the 2-to-1 table. Ah, shit. That's not great. That's a bloodbath. That sucked. Not okay. So that means these guys are completely eliminated. And now the only question is, do I have to eliminate the same amount of points or the same amount of units? Strength points. Okay, that's not so bad because that means I only lose 1 unit, but of course it's still kind of painful. Well, actually this was Lombardy. Yeah, okay. Okay. And they were all from Neustria. There they are. Okay. So, and now I think I might want to move into Paris. Yeah, why not? I don't think I can actually hold it. It costs me 2 more points. I mean, I have enough to plunder it. But that makes it then even easier for... Maybe then even Charlemagne could take me on, and I don't want to risk that. I try to stay in the castle. Okay, let's see what else we can do. Actually, I think I should not have been allowed to do a missionary attempt when I did that during the vassalage phase. Missionary attempts are something you do during the operations phase, but that doesn't really matter anymore, I guess. So we got now these 4, and I'm gonna throw them in, trying to make Lombardy pagan. Now the other guy has 1 that he's also gonna throw in, and that brings me then to 3. But I think I have to subtract. Wait a minute, it's not that simple. Because I control all the castles. I might have messed this up last time. Okay, so we had 4. That brings me to 3 because of his marker. Then I gotta subtract 1 because it's Christian. But then I control all the castles, so that brings me back to 3 then. Okay, let's see what we do. Ah, shit, that was close. Yeah, we didn't make it. It's an R, so that's a reaction. That means the other guy gets another marker. That's a vassalage marker. It's got 2 of them, which is not bad. Okay, well, what else can we do then? Well, we might activate these guys. It's not easy. There's not a lot within reach. At least, any weaknesses. It's all these castles here in range are already destroyed. Most of the other things are under my control or neutral. Let's roll a die and see if we roll a high number. Maybe we can move in up to here, but I doubt that that's gonna be enough. Okay, that's not bad. That would be a 22 then, I guess. Yeah. Okay, that's 22. That's quite a bit. Maybe that is enough. Okay, so first I probably want to pillage Zurich. And then I gotta move 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that would be enough to attack Tours, for example. Awesome. So let's pillage. Well, actually, yeah, let's pillage Zurich. Yeah, but I think that's still good enough. Pretty sure it is, actually. Yeah, it is. Just gives the other guy a marker. But anyway, Zurich is gone. Okay, now I got 20 points left. Let's see. So that is 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 3 more to attack Tours. So that's then 17, right? Okay, cool. So they have 12 points. I have 4, 8, 14, 20, 21, 42. So I guess that brings me then on the 3-to-1 table, right? Oh wow, yeah, there they go. So no chance for Tours. These guys are killed. And I can move in, and then I'm gonna remain here and await the armies of the Empire. And I get 2 markers for that. And actually, I think I should also get 2 markers for Paris. I forgot that. So that's another missionary attempt. Oh, and another leader. Cool. So I might actually place him here. That's Byzantium. And I might as well activate him, maybe taking out here Lyon. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, that's not great, that's just 2. But these are all cavalry units. So we have 20. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 13. So we have 7 more points. And we attack Lyon. Obviously these guys are not very strong. They have just 4 points in there. And yeah, that's definitely a 4-to-1 table. That's a 3. So they are killed, but it's only a defeat, not a complete destruction. So that means I only get a single marker for that. I mean, now the empire really falls apart. Holy shit, man, that's really painful. And we got 7 more points. 1, 2, 3. I mean, we could even move down here, attack Marseille. But my idea is to bring this guy here to unite with these guys. So I think I want to do that, and therefore it's probably not the best idea to move down to Marseille now. I'm not sure if I can then reach the other guys. So yeah, I think I'm gonna remain in Lyon. And okay, well, that's a 24. That's definitely gonna be enough to go with this guy here. So we can unite here. And okay, so they're also activated now. Okay, I guess I want to activate the army in Barcelona. Maybe I can make it here to Marseille or Limoges. Although these, well, they're not that strong. But definitely stronger than those. We will see. Let's see what we roll here. Okay, that would be an 8. And these are all cavalry, so we have 26 there. That's a lot. Maybe we can actually reach both. I guess that could be possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The attack is 11. Moving in is 12. Plundering is 14. 15. There's a stack. Hard to tell. I could do it. Maybe. Let me calculate that through. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in here. Then make an attack against this sucker here. That should be no problem, I guess. That's a 5. Okay, so he's destroyed. That gives me 2. Two markers, and that one is pretty pointless. So 6, 9, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Attack is 9, so we are then at 17. 1, 2, 3. Oops. And another attack, so it's 6 more, so we are at 11 here. Okay. Well, maybe that wasn't too clever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't make it quite back. Shit. That sucks. Anyway, I think I want to do it. It's just too tempting to destroy these guys here. So let's do the fighting here. We have, well, a force of 12, 18, 36. And they have 20. So that's a 1.5 to 1. That sucked. That's a bloodbath. Okay. So that means all these go away. We got to eliminate 10. So we also lose 2 of our units. That's a shame. Okay. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I'm sitting here. Holy shit. I got 11 points left. Yeah. Now here's the thing, I could now move in there, plunder. Oh fuck. But then I'm pretty sure this army will be lost because they don't have a castle to retreat into. The other option is I could move back to Tortosa. I just have enough points to do that, could unite with these guys. And I could hold on to this army then. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, I think I'm going to roll. Thematically, maybe it makes sense to plunder. So on a 1 to 4, we're going to plunder. No, we're not. We'll move back into Tortosa. And then we're going to use this army in the next turn again, if they stay loyal to us, of course. Okay, I guess I'm done with the tribal player. It's hard. I mean, we have all these eastern forces sitting here. And I could, of course, use them, move more westward. But then I have to leave my castles behind, and I don't know if I want to do that, and they are not that super strong. Also these guys here, for example, the Avars. Maybe I'll come with them in the next turn if I get a leader or something. I mean, they are now united. I needed that turn to unite them to one force here in Vienna. Maybe in the next turn I can bring them in. But there's also not too much to gain here. It's already all plundered. Okay, so we'll check for provisioning and continue then with the Empire player. So it's now the Empire player, and he needs the miracle event or something because it's looking very bad. That's a 35. Okay, this could be a revolt in Brittany, Frisia, Saxony and Bavaria. Again, that's not very good. He has a good chance in Saxony, but the others might actually become tribal, and if we consider his luck during this game. So we start with Brittany, and they are actually Christian, and I think that gives them... No. That doesn't give him a modifier. So let's see. Okay, that's successful, so that means even more areas now go to the tribal player. I mean, it would have been stupid in this political situation to go to the Empire, right? So then we have Frisia. No effect here. Saxony, and that's going to be interesting now. Because, yeah, that is already tribal. That is a 3. So that looks like it is actually a success. And that means they become neutral, but Wait a minute, that is Saxony, right? And they were pagans, so that means they convert back to pagan. They're no longer Christian, and they become neutral. So in a way, that's also not perfect for the empire, because now they lose that Christian victory point here. I wonder where the troops of the Saxons are. This is Lombardy. Okay, well, no, these are Slavonic. Oh, shit, where are they? Well, a few are here. Maybe these guys. Yeah, these are the ones in Erfurt here. Yeah. Well, they were not such big a threat for the empire. But okay. They are now neutral. Gotta remember that. And then, shit, there was one last area. Which was that? Bavaria. Yeah, that's also kind of interesting because that's neutral. Yeah, no effect here. Okay. So, wow, wasn't too bad for the empire. Yeah, but it wasn't great either. I mean, Brittany is now tribal, Saxony isn't anymore, but therefore they are now pagan again. Okay, so it's now the empire's action phase. I decided against a vassalage attempt simply because I only have 2 markers here. I know that the other guy has a ton of markers. I don't exactly know how many, but I know he has a lot of them. So I think it might be maybe more useful to hold on to these 2 markers for defense purposes before he then in the last turn more or less grabs all my countries. I mean, it's not going to be it's not going to be easy for him to do these kind of vassalage attempts from against a empire-controlled Christian country, but still, it might be a good idea to have a few defensive markers here. Apart from that, I've only spent money to buy a single army in Burgundy to strengthen the forces of Charlemagne. That did cost me $4, so now I'm at 20. But I have to provision an army like that, and that's expensive. So therefore, I think I don't want to spend too much money here. So let's see. We have basically 3 armies. Well, actually 4 if we... This one here, which isn't super strong, we might consider destroying or capturing Zaragoza. Maybe. I'm not sure if it's a great idea. We can take it and then move back because we want to keep control over Valencia. What about these guys? I mean, attacking them is a pretty big risk. But if we could take them out, we would have destroyed the general and the army. But I mean, we have 1836. Yeah, they have 8, 12. That's 24. They have also 36. Interesting. But he probably has some military advance markers. I mean, that's pretty sure with all these markers he has there. So I don't think I want to risk that. However, I might move in here. So, yeah, why not? Let's activate this. Okay, that's definitely enough. We can... we gotta cross the mountains here. 1... Oh, shit. 5, 6, 7. Do the attack. Yeah, that's anyway, that's enough. I mean, not that it really matters, but it might give us a few markers, and it takes a little bit of income away from him. So he's at 8 then, and I'm definitely on the 4-1 table here. Yeah, okay. So these guys are destroyed. And I'm simply going to move back here because I want to hold the civilization space. And I'm going to grab 2 markers. Okay, we got a treachery, which is kind of neat. And a missionary. Okay, so they were activated now. Okay, then we have that small army here. I mean, this is really not too impressive. Huh. That's bullshit. What about these guys here? They are too strong. Maybe I can attack here. These guys in Rennes. Maybe. So if I take them all with me, I have a strength of 8, of 10, 11, 22. Why not? I'm gonna go for that. Let's see if I can get there at all. Yeah, that's a 6 because I have these slow militia units here. But okay, overall I got now, how many points? That's 12 points. No, actually that's more, that's 18. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, no problem. So I can move in there and do an attack here against Rennes. And what was it again? That was 11, right? So I'm at 22, I guess. Yeah, that's 22 against 16. That's on the 1-on-1 table. Shit. Okay. Well, the question is, I think this guy might want to throw a military advance in. So on a 1 to 4, he's going to do that. Yes, there is no reason not to do it. He's got so many of those. Okay, and that means now that it's going to actually get harder. So we're now on the 1 to 2 table for the attacker. That's a 5, so he was lucky there. That's a bloodbath. So that means these guys are destroyed, but he also loses quite a few people. Yeah. But he manages to take Rennes. Okay. Brittany. There we go. And these guys are from Gascony. There we are. Okay, well that's something. Sadly no markers. But okay. So then we're gonna move a few guys here to Bordeaux. But of course the problem is these areas are now also a little bit open, but okay, I mean, who cares? Now we come to the bigger armies here. We have 2 of them, basically. What about these guys? They were definitely not strong enough to do a lot of damage. But we have Charlemagne. and of course this massive army here. And I think what we want to do is we want to try to get rid of these guys in our area. Okay, let's see, they have here 20. Oh boy, that's gonna be tough. Okay, let's calculate that. We have 24, 25, that's exactly then 75 against, that's about 30. Charlemagne can triple that, that's 90. That's again on the one-on-one table. Holy shit. What about these guys? They're weaker. Maybe we should go after them first. Yeah, I mean, these guys are not quite that strong. I think I want to leave these guys to the big army and try to take out the others. So let's roll a die. That's not too great. That's just a 6. So that means we end up with 18 movement points. That sucks. Okay, so we had to pay 9 movement points to attack the Slavonics in Tours. Not that bad either, but not quite as strong at least. They have 21. 63. And I have about 90 or something. That's going to be close now. Let's see, we got, these are 30. I think I got 93 then. This is 30 plus 1. Yeah, so I got 93. They got 63, so that keeps me on the 2-to-1 table. I don't have a marker, but of course he does. So he throws in a military advance. That brings us on the 1.5-to-1 table. That's not that easy, but let's see. That's a 3. That's a bloodbath. That's bad because that means we cannot attack the guys in Paris anymore. Okay, so we lose 21 points, I guess. So these were all Slavonics. Okay, let's throw them in here. And Charlemagne loses 21 points here. So that's 6, 12, shit, 18, holy moly. So that's all that's left of his great army. Oh boy. Okay, now it's up to this guy here to destroy the army in Paris and in Lyon, if he has then enough movement points. So let's see what he gets. Okay, that's not so bad. These are 8. So he's at 20. Let's count that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 for the attack, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and another 8. Yeah, that's that and another 3. So that's going to be good. So let's see. I'm going to move all these suckers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so he is then at 12. And this time it's looking good for the attackers here. I mean, they are super strong. They have a massive army here. Okay, so these guys have 19. They can triple that. So that brings them to 57. And I have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 42. And I can double that. It's not that amazing. Holy crap. I can double that. So that means I'm at 84 then. But that is still... That's... Oh, fuck, man. This is unbelievable. I mean, yeah, that's still just a... Is it even a 1.5? Damn, I gotta calculate that. Maybe I have to take one of these guys with me, but then I'm too slow, actually. I can't do that. Okay, so if I'm not wrong here, they should be at the 1.5 to 1 table. But of course, this guy is going to throw in a military advance. So that means they're now on the 1-on-1 table. Let's see what happens. That's a 4. Okay, that's defender destroyed. So that means these are all lost because they cannot retreat over the river here. And the leader goes also back in the cup. So the Lombardians are gone. Okay, and then they're going to move south, and yeah, I mean, that's a little tricky, right? Because I really don't know if it's going to be good enough to destroy that force here. But hey, I mean, there's not a lot, they don't have a lot of choices. They simply have to do it. They have to go for it. So this is 24, 25. They can triple that. That's 75. They're somewhere around 80 or something, so that means 83 or something. So that means they are on a 1-on-1 table. And now again, this guy throws in a military advance. Well, actually, we have here treachery. Look at that. Yeah, that's something we want to use. But he can commit another military advance, and he does that. I think the rules say the following. You can only commit a single military advance during a battle, but the treachery cancels out the military advance, so I think in this case you can commit another one. So okay, there we go. So that means they are now on the, holy shit, on the 1 to 2 table in favor of the defender, I guess. Yeah, and of course that's horrible, but hey, I mean, there's not a lot they can do. Maybe they're lucky. And they're not exactly lucky. That's an AA. So that means attacker defeated. Half of the attacking strength points are gone and they have to retreat. And the defender gets a stratagem marker. Well, actually, I forgot to grab a stratagem marker for Paris. If that is a military advance, I will allow them to do it. They could roll the Spear of Longinus. At that point, is this a reroll? Actually, I'm not even sure if I took... That was a bloodbath, right? And I think that one too. So it's only a marker for Paris. Doing a reroll with the Spear of Longinus, I think that doesn't help too much. I mean, I could try it, but that just raises the risk that I will lose even more units, I guess. So that means I'm going to lose half my units, and then I'm going to retreat into Besançon. So, yeah, does that mean I think we have to eliminate a leader and these guys here? Austrasia. Well, I don't want to destroy the Burgundy ones. They are all Austrasia, Alemannia. Yeah, that's who cares. Okay. There we go. Well, that sucked. Now even that massive force is not as powerful as I thought. I really thought they could have just wiped through the area and simply destroy everything. But it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Okay, so I activated these and also moved into Besançon, at least with this stronger force here. Now these guys remain in Lyon, and that's pretty much it. There's not a lot more I can do. I can move around a few troops. For example, these, they go into Aachen here. I got a few guys left here. Maybe I can bring this guy, I don't know where actually. Yeah, maybe I can bring him also to Aachen. Let's see how far it goes. 7-1. That's not going to be enough. Maybe if I move around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't make it. Shit. Yeah, okay, so I just can't stay on the hill here. I mean, I could also move here. At least I got a defense bonus there. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can do. Yeah, that's it. Wasn't too great. I mean, at least I managed to eliminate 2 of these intruding armies, the Lombardians and the Slavonics. But we now still have here these really strong armies of Byzantium. I mean, these are really all field armies. They are very, very fast. So they pose now also a massive threat against the few remaining castles here. Maybe I should actually move with someone to Paris. That might make sense. Shit. It's, you know, the problem is they're all so weak. I mean, okay, let's bring this guy to Paris. It doesn't really matter. I mean, they are both terribly weak here. In the end, maybe it's actually a bad idea to do it. It just allows them to get more markers. On the other hand, it will cost them a few points for the attack. 3 points. Okay, I'm gonna leave that guy in Paris then. Yep, so that's it. Gonna see one last turn. I mean, the game is definitely already decided now. The only question is the empire completely break down, or will that happen? It's not completely impossible, but I kind of doubt it. I mean, at the moment there are only the Byzantines here in the Frankish Empire, and of course they can do some damage, maybe destroy 3 more castles or so, but you know, that's gonna be it. I mean, maybe Aachen might also fall if the tribal player activates the Danes here. Luckily for the Frankish player, the Saxons are no longer active, but of course the Danes are. So we'll see about these kind of things. I gotta do the provisioning. There's not too much to do anymore. Basically just this army here, and that's it then. Hope to see you on the last video then, or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.